mama said I'd be at home today, but being so young and foolish, Lord, I let a rambler lead me astray. Go tell my baby sister, don't you do what I have done. Please shun that house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. Well, I'm a-going back to New Orleans. My race is almost won. I'm a-going there to spend my life beneath the rising sun. The sisters of the cross of shame, they smile along the night. Their houses stand with shuttered souls and painted eyes of light. Their houses look with scarlet eyes upon a world of sin, and every man cries, woe, alas, and every son of a bitch goes in. The sister of the cross of shame, she smiles beneath her cloud. She does not laugh till 10 o'clock, and then she laughs too loud. All the sons of saintly women come to kiss the cross of shame. Before them, in another time, their worthy fathers came. So the sober Senate meets at noon to pass the woman's law. The portly churchmen vote to stem this torrent with a straw. And still she hears the throb of feet upon the scarlet stair. Still she wears the cross of shame that is not hers to bear. Yet no man tells his son the truth, lest he should speak of sin. And every man cries, oh, alas, and every man goes in. But I was young and foolish, Lord, I let a rambler lead me astray. In a prominent bar in Secaucus one day rose a lady in skunk with a top-heavy sway, raised a knobby red finger all turned from their beer, while with eyes bright as snow crust she sang loud and clear. Now who of you think from an eye low to me that I once was a lady as proud as could be? Oh, I'd never sit down by a tumble-down drunk if it wasn't, my dear, for the high cost of junk. All the gents used to swear that the white of my calf beat the down of a swan by a length and a half. in the kerchief of linen, what I caught to my nose. Oh, there never fell snot but a little gold rose. Once the toast of the Biltmore, the belle of the Taft, I'd drink bottled beer at the Drake, never draught. In a car like the Roxy, I'd roll to the track with a steel guitar trio and a bar at the back. When the horses bow down to me that I might choose, I bet on 'em all, for I hated to lose. Now I'm saddled each night for my butter and eggs, and a broken threads race down the backs of my legs. Let you hold it in mind, girls, that your beauty must pass like a lovely white clover that rusts with its grass. Keep your bottoms off bar stools and marry you young, or be left an old barrel with many a bung. For when time takes you out for a spin in his car, you'll be hard put to stop him from going too far, and be left by the roadside for all your good deeds. 2 toadstools for tits and a face full of weeds. Oh, the house raised a cheer, but the man at the bar made a phone call and up pulled a red patrol car. So she blew us a kiss as they copped her away from that prominent bar in Secaucus and J. There is a house in New Orleans. She wakes up, she finds herself sleeping in a doorway, wondering how she ever got that way. She fights away her tears and prays for no more sorrow. Will tomorrow be the same as yesterday? She tasted from the tree of life which led to hunger. Now she wonders how she'll ever carry on. She thinks about the life she knew when she was younger. Heaven help her, now those days are long since gone. She wakes up, she finds herself sleeping next to no one, and it's no fun when there's no one there to see. She looks down at her feet, my God, they sure look dirty. 7:30, time to be or not to be. She cries out, won't somebody listen to my story? Morning glories aren't supposed to have to pay. She wakes up, she finds herself sleeping in a doorway, wondering how she ever got that way. They call it the rising sun, and it has been the ruin of many poor gal and me. Oh God, first you ring the bell and then you ask for Anna, then you put a nickel in the bell pie Anna. Down comes Anna in a silk kimono, all dressed up in perfume and Kelowna. Then you pay $2 for the music that you hear. bottle of beer, and then you pay $2 for a couple of weeks of fear down the line. You go to the doctor still a-thinking of your Anna, to see what's the matter with your old banana. The doctor says, son, you got no cause to fear. It's just a simple case of the gonorrhea. So you pay $20 for your first examination, pay $40 for a course of cauterization, and you pay $90 for complete emancipation down the line. Down the line. Down the was a young girl, I used to seek pleasure. When I was a young girl, I used to drink ale right out of the alehouse and into the jailhouse, right out of the barroom and into my grave. Oh, send for the preacher to come and pray o'er me, and send for the doctor to bind up my wounds. My poor head is aching, Lord, my sad heart is breaking. My body's salivated, and hell is my tomb. If he had just told me before he dishonored me, if he just told me of it in time, I might have got salts thin or pills of white mercury. But now I'm a young girl, cut down in my prime. 6 pretty girlies to carry my coffin. Want 6 social ladies, let 'em bear up my paw. And I want each of them to carry, goddammit, a bunch of white lilies. To lay on my coffin as I pass along. Here lie the remains of Charlotte, born a virgin, died a harlot. Ooh. For 13 years she kept her virginity, and that's a hell of a lot in this vicinity. just listened what my mama said. I'd be at home today. She came to town on the morning stage, put on her slippers so bright. Her beauty shone like the placer gold as she danced with the miners that night. Then winter came and the snow fell down. Work in the mines went slow, but she never stopped while the fiddle it played till the dark turned to daylight's glow. Oh, here's to the beautiful Silver Heels. God bless her wherever she goes. May she have a carriage with golden wheels to ride where the green river flows. Then smallpox hit that fair play town in a swift and a terrible way, and hundreds left for Leadville town, but the lady decided to stay. She cared for the sick and the dying there, in the gown and the slippers she wore, till the fever struck and her beauty was scarred, and she never was seen anymore. So here's to the beautiful Silver Heels. God bless her wherever she goes. May she have a carriage with golden wheels to ride where the green river flows. All the sons of saintly women come to kiss the cross of shame before them in another time. Their worthy fathers came. All the sons of saintly women come to kiss the cross of shame before them in another time. Their worthy fathers came. Casey joins the hollow sound of silent people walking down the stairway to the subway in the shadows down below, following their footsteps through the neon-darkened corridors of silent desperation, never speaking to a soul. The poisoned air he's breathing has a dirty smell of dying, 'cause it's never seen the sunshine and it's never felt the rain. But Casey minds the arrows and ignores the fatal echoes of the clicking of the turnstile and the rattle of his chain. Oh, she said, Casey, it's been so long since I've seen you. Here, she said, just a kiss to make a body smile. See, she said, I put on new stockings just to please you. Lord, she said, Casey, can you only stay a while? Casey leaves the underground and steps inside the Golden Crown for something wet to wipe away the chill that's on his bones. Seeing his reflection in the lives of all the lonely men who reach for anything they can to keep from going home. Standing in the corner, Casey drinks his pint of bitter, never glancing in the mirror at the people passing by. And he stumbles as he's leaving, and he wonders if the reason is the beer that's in his belly or the tear that's in his eye. Suppose you seldom think about me. Now, she said, now you got a family of your own. Still, she said, it's so blessed good to feel your body. Lord, she said, Casey, it's a shame to be alone. Oh, she said, Casey, it's been so long since I've seen you. Here, she said, just a kiss to make a body smile. See, she said, I put on new stockings just to please you. She said, Casey, can you only stay a while? Lord, she said, Casey, it's a shame to be alone. Don't do the miners came in 49 and the whores in 51. They rolled upon the barroom floor and begot the native son. Here lies Hermione Kuntz, to virtue quite unknown. Jesus, rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. At last she sleeps alone. Oh, the sister of the cross of shame, she smiles beneath her cloud. She does not laugh till 10 o'clock. Miss Julia Bulette was a handsome young brunette who came to town in fall of 49. She stepped off the stage at 7 like an angel sent from heaven and had her lantern out at 5 to 9. Yes, she did. She loved the Comstock load and its miners of old. She entertained with elegant display. Her pockets, they was gilded, but her heart was made of silver, a lady in her special kind of way. were diverse. She stood duty as a nurse and manned the water pump at local fires. The church she helped to build and its coffers she kept filled. She had the gumption everyone admires. She was beautiful and able in a mink or in a sable, but in nothing flat she made her history. She was handy with a fever, busy as a beaver, the flower of Virginia City Fire Company. Then one night very late, come a-knocking at her gate, she rose to let the party in her door. When her neighbor called at dawn, she found all her jewelry gone and the lady lying dead in bloody gore. At the funeral, they say, thousands marched along the way. They buried her with pomp and dignity. Then the band turned quickly round and headed back for town, while striking up the girl I left behind me. A year or so went by, when on the gallows high, the villain John Mullane stood bound to die. He swore his innocence, but the hanging did commence, and thus ends my tale of life thereby. She was beautiful and able in a mink or in a sable, but in nothing flat she made her history. She was handy with a fever, busy as a beaver, the flower of Virginia City Fire Company. The flower of Virginia City Fire Company. They said Louise was not half bad. It was written on the walls and window shades, and though she'd act the little girl, a deceiver, don't believe her, that's her trade. Sometimes a bottle of perfume, some flowers, or maybe some lace. Men brought Louise 10-cent trinkets. Their intentions were easily traced, and everybody knew at times she cried. Oh, but women like Louise, hey, they get by. So everybody thought it sorta sad when they found Louise in her room. Now they'd always put her down below their kind. Still some cried when she died this afternoon. Louise went home on a mail train. Some had to go this way. Now the wind is blowing cold tonight, so good night, Louise, baby, good night. Last night I got laid on a prairie as I nestled down deep in the burrs. I wondered why this yar young cowboy had failed to remove his spurs. Ooh. Now once when I was 6 or 7, Granny's thoughts of heaven came to me, and I could see angels with their harps and things all flying around on snowy wings of prayer, and I was there. Yes, I thought I was in heaven, sitting high among the saints, watching herds of heavenly horses, blacks and bays and roans and paints, as they reared and wheeled and cantered across that pasture in the sky. And a daydream when you're 7 can be real as you and I. Drinking pink lemonade in the shade of Lavinia's parlor, rocking the rocking chair, feet almost touching the floor. Drinking pink lemonade in the shade of Lavinia's parlor, while the angel Lavinia murmured like perfume of more. Now the ride's a torture, for the day has been a scorcher, hot and dry, clear summer sky. Saddle leather burns me and my dizziness returns me through the haze to better days. When I thought I was in heaven, I made a crinoline and lace, and the lady who was kind to me, who hummed Amazing Grace. There was pretty peacock feathers stuck around pictures on the wall, and her dresses whispered gently, but her face I can't recall. Drinking pink lemonade in the shade of Lavinia's parlor, rocking the rocking chair, feet almost touching the floor. Drinking pink lemonade in the shade of Lavinia's parlor, while the angel Lavinia murmured like perfume of more. Now the sun is higher and the desert is on fire, while I dream my boyhood dream. The rains are a-burning through my hands as heat and stillness rule the land I ride, but a smile inside, for I know now someone left me on that day so long ago in a painted lady's parlor, 'cause he had some place to go. To him it may have been a joke or not, I'll never know, but I'd give a month of cowboy's pay just one more time to go. Drinking pink lemonade in the shade of Lavinia's parlor, rocking the rocking chair, feet almost touching the floor. Drinking pink lemonade in the shade of Lavinia's parlor, while the angel Lavinia murmured like perfume of more, 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 more. Where do you go at night? Wrapped in your cheap cologne, where do you go at night? Down to the pit with the stinking air and the smell of the sweat, and the death is there. A dance for $1 and a dance for a dime, until the eyes are begging, the pockets are mine. I take their body in the name of fear. I take their money and they take me, and that's where I go at night. That's where I go at night. Don't point your finger, don't say your prayers at me. The truth is hard, but I'm a-gonna tell it. There's a whole lot of ways you can sell it. How do you spend your days? How do you spend your days? When you can sleep no more, how do you spend your days? I rise at 4 in the afternoon. I take a match and a kitchen spoon. I wrap my arm in an old necktie. I find religion on the very first try. I wash my face, I comb my hair. My looks are going, but I just don't care. And that's how I spend my days. That's how I spend my days. Don't point your finger. Hey, don't you say your prayers at me. The truth is hard, but I'm gonna tell it. There's a whole lot of ways you can sell it. Where do you find your love? Where do you find your love? Where do you run to him? Where do you find your love? I find my love in an old hotel. He's mean and he's wicked and he knows me well. He takes my body, he takes my mind, he takes my money, he beats me fine. Says he'll help me, he won't say when. He sends me walking on the streets again, and that's where I find my love. That's where I find my love. Don't point your finger, don't say your prayers at me. The truth is hard, but I'm gonna tell it. There's a whole lot of goddamn ways you can sell it. How you gonna spend your life? Hey, how you gonna spend your life? While ladies play at cards, how you gonna spend your life? Lying in the circle of velvet rooms, dying in 6-inch carpet tombs, trading the years for the aching veins, lying in the gutter with the aching pains, dying at last when the tricks are few, when I can't get action from a John like you. And that's how I spend my life. That's how I spend my life. Don't point your finger, don't say your prayers at me. The truth is hard, but I'm gonna tell it. There's a whole lot of ways you can sell it. And I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost won. I'm a-going there to spend my